Hello everyone, this is Chris, and if there was any reason on why we should wait for the brand new 1.8 generation, then today's beta definitely has a very big reason as to why we should do that. And I shall of course be showing you why, but first off, like, subscribe, etc. And yeah, the best way to show this off is by showing off a seed which I have shown off before. It's on the top of the top of the screen right there. It's a the perfect spawn seed I showed off a couple months ago with the Mesa, with the Mega Taiga, with the jungle and everything like that. And yeah, no experimental toggles on right now. Everything generates as you would expect inside of 1.17 non-experimental generation, with only the terrain going right the way down to 0 with the normal cave generation and everything like that. However, as of this one beta, something very big to new or to old chunks has happened, in which you now get, I believe, the new cave generation spawning underneath existing chunks. And of course, the best way to test this out is to actually turn on the experimental caves and cliffs generation and actually check out to see if this actually is true, because that's what I'm getting from the changelog. That's what I am understanding it to the best of my ability as to what's going to happen. But there's only one true way of knowing for sure what's happened, and that's by actually testing it ourselves. Okay, we've loaded back into the world, and now if we head ourselves down here, we can see that, well, we can't necessarily see anything, but if we drink ourselves a night vision potion, we see that, yeah, underneath the existing chunks which we loaded in, we now get brand new cave generation, literally right down here, which means, yeah, in case you have a really old world, and in case you were worried about the bedrock layer being underneath it, then now there is literally no more worry to that, because now we get the brand new cave generation. If you remember before, way back in some of the earlier betas, it would just be a big bedrock wall, but I think most people had issues with that, or most people think that it wasn't implemented probably in the best of ways. But yeah, I think this is easily the best way on handling this. This is easily the most ideal way on actually implementing the new generation without necessarily ruining the types of old generation which we have seen. And with such a big change like this, that means that old worlds now actually have the ability of experiencing all of the brand new height limit, the 64 blocks above and the 64 blocks below, which is arguably, or not even arguably, there's no arguing about it. This is definitely a really good change for existing worlds. And that does mean that Toycat can actually extend his mega sugarcane farm all the way up and all the way down. And that's not the only thing that happened inside of this one beta to relate to generation, because also super flat worlds have been changed too. So now the generation of worlds now spawns all the way down with the brand new height limit. Before, it would only spawn at 0 and you would still get the old height limit, but yeah, as this one beta, it seems as though that has been fixed, and now we actually have all the new height limit as the as normal worlds. But much like normal worlds, what does it look like with existing super flat worlds? And we will be testing this out with my note block world, which I have had for what feels like for literally ever. And yeah, will the generation be exactly the same in existing chunks? Will we just have a big drop off, or will something completely and totally different happen? Honestly, I haven't a clue as to how they would do it with existing super flat worlds, but that's the fun part of understanding as to what happened. And okay, we are still in roughly the same level as everything, but what happens if we go to new unexplored chunks? This is actually very interesting. Everything seems to be still at the exact same level, but if we dig ourselves down and underneath, it seems as though, yeah, it seems as though we can build below the existing bedrock. I'm not sure if this should be a full change that should stick, or whether this is the only real way they can do it, but it seems as though super flat worlds, they do have the new build height and depth, but it does seem as though it's still limited with it being generated just as to where it is. And there's of course several other different types of changes inside this one beta, but that's pretty much the main interesting types of things that happen inside this one beta. So in case you were worried about old worlds not being too compatible with new caves and cliffs generation, then I guess this beta has put those fears to rest. And yeah, let me know what you think of this beta, but other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.